Hello fellow mages, and welcome back to my beginners tips and tricks guides for Spellbreak. Spellbreak is a new battle royale game that has just been released for all hardware, including PS4, Xbox 360, PC, and Switch. It's a magic-based game where you fire your shots out of powerful things on your hands called gauntlets. You can also jump and levitate and fly around the map. All of these things are allowed to be done with mana. It's very important to learn how to manage mana, and in this video today, I'm going to be showing you how to manage your mana and the basics on what mana is. Let's dive in. Your mana bar is located underneath your crosshair and shows you how much mana you have and how much mana you've used. Your mana is used for firing gauntlets and levitating. Think of mana as ammo for your gauntlets. The more times you fire, the more mana you use. Some things that don't use mana are short jumps both forward, side to side, and backwards, as well as moving forwards and crouching. You can also find runes, which are scattered all over the map, and are another way to save mana. They allow you to do an action, which is often movement based, and doesn't take up your mana bar. Here, you can see I'm using dash to shoot forward quickly without using my mana bar. You can combine runes with all your different mana attributes to make some really powerful, quick, and decisive attacks on your enemies. Mana can be upgraded with amulets, increasing the total amount of mana you have to use. Amulets are dictated by a rarity system, which is indicated by different colors. The gray amulet, or white amulet, is the least amount of mana gained, followed by the green, the blue, the purple, and then finally the gold, which adds the max amount of mana you can possibly add. Now that we understand how mana works in Spellbreak, let's take a look at Levitation and the Gauntlets a little closer, and then let's take a look at how to manage mana during fights. Your Levitation skill is a skill that lets you jump straight up in the air and hold yourself in the air. It uses 10% of your mana per 0.1 seconds. And once you use up all your mana, you fall straight to the ground. You still have the same max amount of levitation no matter the amulet, or even without an amulet. It still uses the same amount of mana over time while you're in the air. As I had said earlier, you can use runes to counteract this mana loss and fly yourself through the air in different ways. Use dash to push yourself forward, backward, to the sides. Use flight to get yourself out of trouble, or any other rune to maneuver yourself around better. Controlling your mana, especially while levitating, is extremely important in Spellbreak and can mean the difference between winning or losing a fight or escaping an engagement that you're low in health on. Manage your mana wisely and you'll win many more of your fights. Each gauntlet in Spellbreak uses a different amount of mana per shot. This mana is lessened by the rarity, all the way up to gold, which uses the least amount of mana per shot. Normally, the gauntlet's damage output dictates how much mana you use per shot. A fully charged frost shot will use all your mana without an amulet, but you can tap fire the frost shots to use less mana but do less damage. As well as this, your gauntlet's special ability uses no mana whatsoever, and often has very special, usually movement abilities that are tied to this special attack. But they also have a cooldown timer, which only allows you to do them so often. Make sure to use these attacks at the right moments to conserve mana and do more damage to win fights. Make sure to know your main gauntlet well and figure out how much mana you use per shot. Managing these shots and the amount of mana you use will be key in winning fights. I hope this guide helps you manage your mana while taking fights in the HoloLens. I'll be putting out tips and tricks guides every week for beginners, hopefully helping people get to know Spellbreak. This game is fantastic, and I hope to see more of you in the HoloLens as this game continues to grow. If you liked today's video and it was helpful, I hope that you consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more Spellbreak Beginners tips and tricks guides. Until next time, fellow mages, see you in the HoloLens and stay magical.